Okay, so I'm going to turn this sound down on mine all the way because I think that it actually works when I turn this up, um, because I have this other done. I wasn't, when I did the live feed this morning, I wasn't able to get a clear picture. And so I wanted to redo this a little bit, and I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I just wanted to, in case people got frustrated watching that, I know I did, and I just stopped watching it. But when I drew a card, I initially drew the Five of Swords. And we talked about it being scattered thinking. Oh, I need to go this way. Scattered thinking, or something like that. You're taking the eye off the ball. We've got some change going on here. We've got. It's obviously a battle, but this guy here, he just. Oh wait, I need to go this way. This guy. I mean, look at him. He's smiling. He seems to be, like he's trying to get away with something. Maybe I'll put that over there. So this is different. This is using the FaceTime camera, and I have no idea. I'm going to use this QuickTime to do it. No, I got to go this way. No, come back. Go up. There. Okay. So you can see that he's trying to get away with something, and everyone else is so caught up in their own emotion about what just happened that they're not paying any attention. And so from there, we drew Fehu out of the rune bag. And Fehu is the first rune of the Elder Futhark, and it is a sending rune. And so it kind of felt like, what are we sending here? Because this is typically scattered thinking, or betrayal or what have you. So what are we sending? It also means cattle and wealth. And so you could look up on this as maybe our wealth is being stolen from us, our thoughts are being stolen from us, whatever we create is being stolen from us. But I wasn't comfortable with that. And so I went ahead and I drew another card. Sometimes tarot readers will do that when you don't get enough information from what you're looking at. You could have a big spread. I've got a 6-card spread I'm doing today that I'm going to write up on the blog. And I haven't really looked at it too much. But if there was a card in somewhere in it that just didn't seem clear, then what you can do is you can draw another card or 2 cards or whatever, usually no more than 2, but usually just 1. And you can maybe get a little bit more information on what that was. And so I decided to do that. And I drew the 8 of Swords. So obviously what this is telling us today is that we're bound by our own thinking, and we're not paying attention to what's really going on around us. In the case of the woman in the 8 of Swords, she's very caught up in her own thought process, and she can't really see the forest for the trees. She's bound, physically, and she's got a blindfold on, so she can't see anything. Too much focus on ego. You can see the swords pointing down into, well, what this turns out to be is sand, and there's a castle in the distance, and there's water. So, I mean, she's just in a mucky mess, her emotions are just, and her thoughts are just a mucky mess. And so we want to make sure that what we're sending out into the world is not scattered thinking. So, or the effects of scattered thinking or scattered thought. And what I also talked about, I'm an empath as well as a witch, and I wrote my most recent book is called When Vampires Attack, and what it's about is kind of discussing vampiric energy and the different kinds of folks out there that exhibit that and cast it out into the world. My background is in psychology, so I basically break these things down into different categories, from needy people to passive aggressive to narcissistic, and also psychopathic and sociopathic, also empaths themselves. But one of the things that I think is pertinent from that book, having to do with, our thought processes today, all we are is source energy expressing itself into creation. And so if everything is source energy, if everything is the creator is all that is, then everything is the expression of the creator's thought process. Everything you see around you is created by us, basically, collectively. And if we are casting out funny energies, or if we're receiving them from other people, then what we can do about that to make this go away and to maybe bring our attention back to what's really happening. You can get real quiet. What I do is I get real quiet. And one of the runes that is good for this is called Laguz. It's a water rune. It basically pulls energies back in. You can use it that way. So you can get quiet and you can pull all of your energy inward and focus everything inward, and then chant Laguz softly to yourself. And visualize all of the energetic connections that you have to everybody out there. Visualize them dissolving. Some people call that cords. I call them energetic connections or channels. I don't like to cut them, although you can. Whatever works for you. I like to visualize things in a soft way, so I like to visualize the energetic connections I have with others dissolving, and then I like to bring it all back to myself and start over again, and then try to be a little more careful about where I put my intention or my thoughts, at that moment. So that's clearly what this woman needed to do before she got to that point. And it could just simply be that today what the cards and the runes are telling us is to take some time to pull inward and sever those ties that we've created with everybody else. Here's the thing about vampiric intention. It doesn't happen without agreement. Okay, we have to agree to pay attention to it and to connect into it. And the second we do that, if we're not mindful and if we let it really gel in, then it's there and it can come back to us at any time. So every day, do it in the shower, do it wherever, take the moment and to yourself and pull everything inward and let everything, and just visualize everything else dissolving around you into the ether, into the mist, and become refreshed, become whole, and begin your day. So hopefully this will upload well. It's not a very long one. It's only a little over 7 minutes. So hopefully this is a clarification for what I did earlier. And I really apologize. If this works out better, I'm probably going to do it this way. The live thing has messed up too many times. I don't know why. I don't know if it's where we live. It could just simply be that we don't have a very good connection. I know that supposedly we're on the tail end of anything. It's why we switched from cable TV to satellite. But the internet part has to stay with cable because otherwise we're not going to get it. So it could be simply that's what the problem is. I don't actually know. So, and I'm not really sure who to ask. So at this point, I'm going to try it this way and upload it, and hopefully it works. And if it does, then this is what I think I'll do from now on instead of doing it live. I just don't like things to be weird. So, and I don't like them to look bad. So I realize it's, but still, whatever. So have a good day, and maybe we'll try it this way tomorrow, and blessed be.